everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with your final hot take, your Hollywoke hot take, LL Cool J. Some politicians upset because a black woman will be a heartbeat away from the presidency. Dude, you're playing the race cards so hard you're going to break the whole deck. I mean, really? Rapper and Hollywood actor LL Cool J is playing the race and gender cards, claiming some politicians are challenging the media's anointment of Joe Biden as president because it means Kamala Harris will be a heartbeat away from the presidency. From Breitbart. What are you talking about, dude? It's not that she's going to be a heartbeat away from the presidency. She's going to be the president. Biden can't last. They're already preparing his exit with the 25th Amendment. The NCIS Los Angeles Star made the accusation in a tweet late Monday. Elephant in the room. Some of these politicians are so upset a black woman will be a heartbeat away from the presidency that they'll try anything to reverse this election. He wrote, "Trust me on that." Nah, I don't. Look, I like LL Cool J's music. His acting, but I'm not. I don't have to support you, dude. I don't have to support you. Okay, if you're gonna be okay, yeah. Oh, we're all racist. Everybody's a racist now. Okay, I don't have to support you, dude. I won't. LL Cool J released a pro-Black Lives Matter rap in June, which he appeared to justify violent rioting in the aftermath of George Floyd's deaths while in Minneapolis police custody. You know, there's a lot of good real estate in Minneapolis, LL. Why don't you buy yourself a nice house there? See how that goes. Tell everybody you bought a nice house and bring all your cool, expensive stuff. See how that goes. See if your fans will protect you. Because I hear the cops are on their way out. The rapper says in a 3-minute rap, after Chauvin killed George Floyd, we got next. Molotov cocktails, anarchy on the set. The rich took the loot, so now we loot S. Whatever. I guess it's cool and edgy, but, did you see the video of that guy who owned the bar? How about the guy who cried? They were both black business owners. And one guy was just crying. He was crying to the mob that was destroying his business. And who are you even appealing to, dude? Antifa and BLM are mostly white guys. Mostly white college students who think they know better and how to protect black people. Okay? It's not black people rising up. It's a bunch of white, liberal, guilted college students who have been taught that this is the time for revolution, and apparently using a race war as a wedge. You really fell hard for this, dude. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you fans. I got to step back from whatever you're doing. Not that I was really enamored with your acting again. So, okay. You want to play games that way. You get what you deserve. You get what you deserve. Then you also got Megyn Kelly pulls kids from schools for promoting reform of white kids. Political commentator and former Fox News host Megyn Kelly announced on her podcast Monday she plans to pull her kids out of New York City schools. She has 2 sons and a daughter under the age of 12. The schools have always been far left, Kelly said on her podcast Monday, but they've gone around the bend. Kelly said in an article twice circulated amongst a diversity group at her son's school was the final straw. From the description Kelly provides, it appears to be a group made up of administrators, teachers, parents that want to work on the issues of diversity in the school. Oh, there's the full story. College Fix. White kids need reform, Weber explained in the Education Post. This time, you really want to make a difference in black lives and not have to protest this S again. Go reform white kids, Weber said in her central argument. Because that's where the problem is, white children being raised from infancy to violate black bodies with no remorse or accountability. Oh, this is just absurd. This is just absurd, and it's racist. It's total racism. And this should be stopped immediately, but Bill de Blasio is not going to do a damn thing. So I don't think Megyn Kelly has much of a choice other than to homeschool her kids or get the hell out of New York. I don't know why you would live there anyway, especially if you're doing a podcast. You could do that from anywhere. Get the hell out. Yeah, get out of New York. It's doomed at this stage. At this stage of the game, it's doomed. If Trump gets in, maybe you have a chance. I don't think de Blasio can run again. I forget. I'm not sure. I don't think he has a chance of getting reelected if he can. And then, maybe after that, somebody could come in and rebuild the city. But that's going to take years. And in the meantime, the city's just burning. I mean, I saw a video last night of a guy with a flamethrower standing at the top of an ice cream truck in the middle of some New York neighborhood, shooting off the flamethrower and people cheering on. And then he aims it down into the street, not at people, but like on the street itself. And then he jumped off the top of the ice cream truck and like fell and then got up and started cursing. And I mean, it was chaos. And this is supposedly like New York. Like, you've got very stringent gun laws. Apparently they don't have any flamethrower laws. And this guy is just shooting off his flamethrower in the middle of the street and no one's saying boo. I mean, yeah, it doesn't seem... Look, I'm not a proponent of gun control, but in a city, a guy shooting off a flamethrower, yeah, I think I would call the cops. I think I would call the cops and say, there's a guy with a flamethrower, and he's firing it in random directions, and he seems incredibly agitated. Please come here and confiscate the flamethrower. But, who knows what would happen then? Would the cops come? Who knows? Would they end up in a there were a lot of people there. They might take one look at the confrontation and skedaddle. Call me back and say, oh, you're on your own, sir. Oh, we don't advise you to go outside. You got to get out of New York. New York, Philly, any place like that. Get out now. Oh, but, LL Cool J thinks it's all because, everybody's racist, I guess. I guess that's what he thinks. I mean, he sounds a lot like the educators in Megyn Kelly's school. Sounds like they would be peas in a pod in terms of their, they just assume it's racism everywhere. Racism, racism, racism. Not everything's racism, but when your only tool's a hammer,